Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, we're going to be going over some trades I did for some GEC knives and Great Eastern Cutlery knives. I bought them last year. I thought I really liked them. Well, I don't like them as much as I thought I did. I was looking at them on the wall the other day, and I like them. They're great knives, but they're just not my thing. I like the older faux folders, and that's what I'm getting to put on the wall over there in their place. But I've already traded two GECs, one to the world famous Michael Hale, and the other one to Mr. J.R. Hutchison that lives in Florida. He's the one that sent those Mark II Gerbers and that Brian Yellow Horse knife that sold the other night on the auction for $490. I just want to thank him for that. He donated knives specifically for the Warriors Light auction, and they all done very well. I want to thank him for that. And I just want to thank everybody that sent in knives that I was able to use for that auction. But I'm also going to be having another auction coming up either Sunday or the first part of next week on Whatnot. It's not for charity. I just need to dump some knives, guys. I have so many, but I'm going to be just moving some of them. And we're going to be cleaning some of them up in a video tomorrow. So we're going to be going over some of the knives that's going to be in the auction next week. They're right behind me, so you'll be able to see those in the video. And we're also going to be opening up a package all the way from White Pine, Tennessee, from Miss Kim. This will be her 4th package. She usually hand makes stuff. I cannot wait to see what she sent. But guys, I was able to go by Walmart last night, or yesterday when I was out of town, and I didn't get in about 7 o'clock last night, but I was able to buy a printer at Walmart, a thermal printer, a mailing label thermal printer, and it actually cut my shipping time in half today. That's why I was able to get all the Whatnot knives and items shipped out today, guys. And I should have bought one months ago, you know what I mean? But I think that's all I have to talk about. Yeah, that's it. I had a list here. I just want to make sure I touched on everything. But again, we're going to be going over the trade. We're going to be going over the knives for next week for the Whatnot auction. And we're also going to be opening the package from Mrs. Kim from White Pine, Tennessee. And I'm just so glad y'all tuned in today. And I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here are the knives that's going to be in next week's auction. This right here is a little Camp King. We're going to go ahead and get all that wrapping off of this one. But this thing's going to clean up good, guys. See that blade right there? We're just going to put these in there. It's going to be a good knife. It's a little Gerber and an Easy Out, small one, USA made. Then you got this knife here, made in USA. We're going to straighten up that blade right there. It's going to be a Knife Doctor Special. We're going to run them at $1. And that's got the sheep foot blade, and then you got a little pin blade right there. That's going to be a great knife. Then we got a queen electrician's knife. See that right there? Ain't that cool? Probably from the 70s. And you got that right there. It locks good. So that's going to be in the auction next week. Then we got a lot of these little bucks right here. See that right there? We're just going to clean them up. Look at this big buck here. This is a buck. That's an old one right here. See that right there? 500. Very cool. I might have a sheath for that too. Then look at this buck. This is got bone handle right here. Ain't that awesome? I'm just going through these real quick, guys. But there'll be some more. I have rolls of knives, guys, that I bought years ago, and I'll be putting them out here. Ain't that cool? Then this one here is a Herbert's right here. I think it's China made, but very good knife though. Liner lock thumb stud. See that right there? Lanyard hole. Very cool. Again, it's a Herbert's. And then we got a Winchester here. See that right there? We're gonna be cleaning that one up. It's got a broken punch blade, but we're gonna fix that tomorrow. This will clean up good. And we're gonna get most of these scratches out before next week. That one's going into auction. I just picked this one up. Then I've got another one of these charades here. I bought this down at the pawn shop in Bellevue, Florida. And this one here is gonna clean up good. See it right there? You got a little bit of rust right there. We're gonna be taking all that out. But all these are gonna be in the auction next week, guys, and I'll be adding some more to it. And I'll be scheduling it soon, and I'll be sharing that show with y'all. Probably be Sunday or early next week sometime. And guys, these are the knives I got for this GEC right here. It's that jigged brown bone Barlow with a sheepfoot blade. But here are these. These are queens. And this is a vintage Benchmade. This right here is a 507S Monarch. Best I can tell, made back in the early 90s. It's got the original sheath. Check this thing out. Lanyard hole. You got this. It's a lock blade. And check out this blade, y'all. Look at that. Never been used. But that thing is a hoss now. It's got a serrated edge right there. Then you got your regular edge, and it's sharp. It is sharp. Very cool. But that thing feels solid. Solid knife right there. And it feels really, really good in the hand. I like that finger groove right there. Yeah, yes, sir. That's a beautiful knife, y'all. Beautiful knife. And I'm probably going to be wearing this thing. I'm going to be putting me a lanyard in there. And this is a queen set. Now, it's not the original matching set, because this is a winter bottom bone. And this I don't think that's stag. I think it's bone made it cut to look like stag. But this is a set. And see, they got two different tang stamps too. But you see, I think that's jig bone made to look like stag. But that one right there was made from 35 to 55 according to that tang stamp. See, somebody took a bench grinder too. We're going to try to get all that out right there. And this one here, guys, was made from, according to the tang stamp now. Right here, made from 32 to 55. And again, we're going to try to get all them scratches out and shine that blade up. Shine the pommel up and sand the bone down. Look like somebody covered it in something. But it's going to look good now. It's going to look good, and we're going to saddle soap this sheath here. The sheath's in great shape. But we're going to saddle soap it and wax it. It's going to look good, but I couldn't pass these up for being queens. Not the original matching set, because one set has the bigger knife with that handle, and the other set has the winter bottom bone. So this is not a matching set. Plus, they got two different tang stamps. So, but there's that tang stamp right there, and there's that tang stamp again. That was 35 to 55. That one right there, and that was 32 to 55. I can't wait to get these cleaned up, guys. Well worth the trade. Y'all let me know what you think. Well, these worth that one GEC? That one GEC is selling. One just sold on eBay for over 300 bucks. But I traded away for these two knives here. All right, we fixed to go over the trade with Mr. Michael Hale. The knife I traded him, this is what it was. It had that red bone. But I traded him that knife for this mint case. And these springs are something awesome now. It's just strong. This is a 76. Hear that? I could not. He showed these other night. He bought these in a estate sale, guys. And it's just an absolutely gorgeous knife. And I'm not opening these blades up at the same time. The last time I did this with a case knife, this strong, a spring, I ended up cutting my knuckle. Hear that? But I could not help, guys. See him. Tell you, you got to be careful. I'm gonna wipe the fingerprints off. But look at that. That's called black composition. These are not very common. And that's why I had to have it, guys. And he can sell that GEC on Whatnot. He sells his on Whatnot. And I figured he'd trade me for it, and I just had to have one of these. He actually had two of these. Wade got one of them. But I love this thing. Love it. That's one of them. But this is a 1976 jackknife. What's the pattern on this thing? Pattern number is 31 SAB. SAB is that grind right there. That grind. Love it. And that other one was selling for like $150, $160. So I traded it, Michael, the world famous Michael Hill. This one here for that one GEC. This is probably worth maybe $125. So love this knife, really do. But sometimes, guys, it ain't about the monetary value. It's about what you want, you know. So, and I wanted this knife. Beautiful too, beautiful. All right, guys, let's see what Ms. Kim sent all the way from White Pine, Tennessee. And here it is. It's fragile glass. We're going to see what Ms. Kim sent. I'll stand up and read this, guys. Dear Knife Doctor, I hope you'll enjoy the box of goodies. Even though I don't know anything much about knives, I do really enjoy your videos. Watching you, Miss Valerie, and your friends on the hunt is so much fun for me. I write down the restaurants and the places they are at just in case I might go on a road trip. I won't have to worry about deciding on a good place to eat. Number one, there's a note inside taped to the book that explains it. Number two, a smaller envelope has two small treats that you can use on your metal ceiling. Awesome. Goodie wrapped in white. The wood is from the barn on the property where I grew up. My brother still owns the property, and that barn is still standing barely. This frame is probably over 100 years old. Oh my goodness. Miss Kim, thank you so much. What's inside the frame is just some of my doodling. I am not an artist or anything like that. I like to keep my hands and my mind busy when I can get outside and work or play. You don't have to keep my art. I know your knife museum is probably getting full. Maybe you can find an old picture or put in the family picture to hang it in your cabin you built from scratch. This frame was made by the absolutely wonderful folks at Smoky Mountain Memories Frame Shop in Sevierville, Tennessee. That is really cool. I took the board from the side of the barn to them. They worked their magic. The knothole is my favorite thing about it. Thank you for being such a generous person. I know how long it takes to film, edit, and upload. It's not easy. It's no easy task. My sincere gratitude for your years of service that gave me the freedom I enjoy today. Retirement after teaching students with disabilities for 35 years. Wow, Ms. Kim, thank you for your service for that. That's awesome. You have a special heart. Your dedication to helping service men and women, first responders, and all the others we don't know about is admirable. The work of the good Lord Jesus is evident and a testimony. Well, Miss Kim, thank you so much for that. I'm sorry my letter is long. I just want you and all the other people to produce YouTube videos, how much I appreciate them. I try to watch the channels you mentioned. I hope you enjoy the goodie box. Kim Derrick, White Pine, Tennessee. Go Vols. My new Boston Terrier puppy wanted to send greetings too. He chewed the corners of the flaps of the box. Well, how about that? That is really cool. Well, thank you so much, Miss Kim, for all this. I appreciate this so much. Appreciate the letter too. Appreciate it so much. Sometimes it's hard for me to read through the camera, and I'm sorry, y'all. I have to squint some. But this here, let's look at this book first. Let's read their note on the book. I'm excited. Another knife book. I love knife books. Dear Knife Doctor, I found this book at my local buy-sell trade bookstore where I live. If you already have this book, please pass it on to someone who would appreciate it as much as you would. Kim. The book was traded and sold to me as brand new. Wow. Very cool. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that, y'all. I might have this already. I have to check. But this is very cool. I love this. Thank you so much, Miss Kim. Love that right there. Thank you so much, Miss Kim. I don't know if I have that one or not, but we will check. Look at there. King Cutter. I really have a thing for them, for that brand. It's an old brand for a hardware store, and it's just an amazing story behind it. I love the King Cutter knives. Miss Kim, thank you so much for this. Appreciate it so much. And we're going to check what she wants so we can put on the ceiling. I can't wait to see what it is. Oh, look at there. Yes, ma'am, we will put that on the ceiling in here. Sure will. I love that. Thank you so much for that, Miss Kim. Appreciate that so much. We're fitting to put it on there right now. There it is. Right above the USMC Barlow machete. Right beside the sign I got from Mr. Lance Tyler. And that right there is from Miss Kim from White Pine, Tennessee. I got the bolo knife from Texas. And Hambone Blades put the handles on there and gave it a samurai sword edge. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Kim. Now let's take a look at this right here. Can't wait to see this. Check that out, y'all. Knife Doctor Antique, U2, Gerber, Saving Lives of Old Knives, Flea Market, Saw. Look at there. It's got all, yes ma'am, we're going to make room for this up in here. We sure will. I'll find a spot. Look at that old barnwood, y'all. That barnwood's over 100 years old. Miss Kim, I love that right there. Love it. That reclaimed barnwood, over 100 years old. Northport Community, Newport, Tennessee. This is so cool. So cool. Miss Kim, I love it. I just love the stuff that you make from hand. It's just really special. And thank you so much for this, Miss Kim. I appreciate it so much that you would take time to make this for me. I mean, it took you some time now. Look at that, broken knives. Look at that, Lamar. Look at that, Lamar. Marine Semper Fi. Fiber wheel. Look at that, Bucky. Look at that, Hoorah. Mail call. Mr. Wade. Look at that. Oh, K-Bar, Cricket, Case, Ellaville Knife Shop. Man, that is so cool. So cool. Look at that, Remington. Wow, Knife Doctor. That is so awesome. So awesome. USA Made, Broken Knives. Look at there. Got any old knives or anything? Bear & Sons. Look at there. This is awesome. Awesome. I love it, Miss Kim. That's very special. Very special. Love it. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to hang this up in here. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I just want to thank Miss Kim for sending all those goodies in. I really love that picture frame, the 100-year-old frame with that the writings in there. You're doodling, so to speak, but that's part of my everyday life, and I just want to thank you for doing that and thinking so much of me for doing that, Miss Kim. I appreciate it so much. I also want to thank Mr. JR for sending that trade in. I also want to thank the world-famous Michael Hale for doing that trade. Thank y'all. But guys, again, all the items for the Whatnot auction have shipped. I should be mad at myself for not buying a thermal printer sooner. I was just trying to save money, so to speak. But I really love that thermal printer. It's amazing. It really is. And it'll just spit it out just as smooth, and then you just peel it off and put it right there on the package without me having to use the inkjet, then cut it, then tape it. So yeah, that's the way to go. But again, guys, be on the lookout for another Whatnot auction coming either Sunday or early part of next week. I don't know yet. I'll be cleaning up some knives in tomorrow's video for the auction. So it's going to be fun. It really is. But guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in today. I just want to say God bless y'all. Till we meet again, guys. Y'all be like a good knife. Stay sharp.
I'm the knife doctor on that road, saving old blades, so many stories told. USA made, fixing those springs, handles repaired, they shine and they sing. Flea markets, pawn shops, antique stores, searching for treasure, always room for more. With Wade and Eric, Lamar and Glenn, we talk and trade where the stories never end. From rusty tanks to polished gleams, we bring them back, fulfill their dreams. Latest forged in the heartland, USA pride. We're the knife doctors, can't be denied.